Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon. Hey guys, Vanity Ezel back on Card Fight Vanguard, Ezel on the Vanity. So if you guys enjoyed them, like, subscribe, we'll start, shall we? I don't know why I'm struggling to do that intro now. I swear I stutter now whenever I get to the word so, and I can't figure out why. But anyways, we have the final reveals for set 8, or like the, the non-important reveals for set 8. We have some news on set 9, spoilery news. We have some actual stuff from set 9, so let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? First up today, we have a Ripening Dragon. Grade 2 set 5k shield, 10k base, auto rear once per turn. When your rear guard's retired by your card's ability during your turn, he gets plus 5,000 power. Sadly, it is a hard once per turn, so it's meant to be used for Momoke because Momoke kind of kills his own stuff, but I don't know. It feels like this kind of is even worth it, even from Momoke standards. Like 5k, great, but if you're asking me between this and a board spammer, I'm gonna pick the board spammer 24/7. Though this is still good because he gets the 5k for free, but just one or two of tech at most. And we have Giant Soldier of the Blue Circuit Stream, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto rear once per turn when your other unit stands by this card's ability. So plus 1 get this one plus 10, or by a card's ability, so plus 1 get this unit plus 10 for the turn. I swear there's another Stoic card on this list that had the exact same skill but was just a grade 2, so I'm questioning why they bothered giving 2 cards the exact same skill word for word. But we'll see what happens when we get there. It's not bad because it is an extra 10k and it's generic, so it'll work for both Flagberg and for Maelstrom. In my opinion, depending on how your Flagberg deck's looking, this works better for Flagberg than a Maelstrom, but that's just my opinion. So, 2 of if you choose to run it, or if you're me, you just don't run this at all. Then we have Thunderclap Dragon, grade 3 200% on 13k base, or as I like to call it, missed opportunity for an Arakami grade 3. That would be a main grade 3, by the way. Auto is placed on rear guard. If your Vanguard's a glitter, Soul Charge 1 gets plus 5k for the turn. Okay, Tamayura could, I guess, use this to, get more soul, but, they don't need this. That one in grade 3 from the other set starting to seem a lot better considering it sends itself to soul. I mean, if you have the dolls behind this, then it's not really that bad, but, yeah, it's like this one, where it works for the deck, it's just not needed, but if you wanted to run it, 2 of 3 of tech, possibly. Then we have Heat Breath Dragon, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Cool-ass art, too bad it's wasted on the common skill. Auto, when he boosts a glitter unit, he gets plus 5k ton to battle. Well, never said it had to be a Vanguard, so Reftelius suddenly has use in Dragon Empire now, but it's a 13k booster. It's not bad. There are better options, but 13k booster all around's fine, so might as well run this considerably at a 2 over 3 if you're building an all-glitter deck, though I'd greatly question why you're building an all-glitter deck. Now we have Enmities Dragon. I don't know why I can't talk today. I've struggled to talk all day. Grade 2 intercept 5k shield, 10k base. Auto is put into your soul by a card's ability during your turn. If your Vanguard is a glitter, choose one of your Vanguards that gets plus 5k for the turn. Cool. So, free 5k to your Vanguard. This does nothing in a Chaos, because frankly, Chaos doesn't need the extra power on Vanguard, considering the rear guards do most of the heavy lifting anyways, but cool. Free 5k that technically isn't once per turn, so I don't know, maybe a 2 over 3 of in Chaos, just because again, free 5k, but arguably I wouldn't run this just because I don't think it's worth it in Chaos. Then we have Marine General of Whirlpools, Reftelius, who I was exactly right. His skill is straight up the same thing as this one. In fact, let me prove it with the kanji. It's the same, or not kanji, hiragana. Carry tuna stuff 5k shield, 10k base, auto rear when your other unit stands by a card's ability, soul boss 1, it gets plus 10 for the turn. Same card. Literally the only difference is the grade. And the base power, obviously. I don't know why they printed this on the same card twice. Was that like a misprint? Is it not supposed to be this way? Because their skills say otherwise. So, I don't know. You definitely don't need both. I feel like the grade 1's better, because if you're asking me between Flagberg and Maelstrom, who I think would need either one more, neither of them need the grade 2. They have enough aggressive capabilities. I would just say grade 1's because it's nice having boosters, but they definitely don't need the grade 2. So, I don't know, 0 because this is a grade 1 because it has boost, so it's inherently better. That's just how I play Flagberry. That's how I've noticed it, but maybe I'm fucking wrong with everyone else. So, I don't know. I wouldn't run this for the life of me, but if you want to run it, 2 of. Then we have 3 orders that have the exact same skill, and I thought this was a fucking Orphist order when I first saw it. So, I'm just going to go over the first one, and then we'll just go over the other 2. Beginning of the End. Grade 1, Normal Order, Disaster, Generic, No Nation. They're all like this, and their other skill... Whoops, I didn't mean to show that quickly. Then they're all Counterblast 1 to play. You search your deck for another Disaster card, add it to hand, shuffle your deck. Okay. They all have that exact same skill, just with different names. This one's an Ominous Change, and this one's Advent of the Apocalypse, which is my favorite in terms of name. Why, though? Why is this a thing? Why do they all have the exact same skill, and why are they generic no-nation cards? Is this supposed to be like some next level searching thing where this is a free deck thin? Because I don't know, I don't think it's worth it just to counterblast one to deck thin when there are better skills for that, especially because you have to devote space to your order zone anyways. But here's my assumption. It's for this. Set 9. So Draco Tree Invasion. We have the official English name. So first up, yes, finally, the character I've been most interested in since the start of Will Dress, and literally the only reason I watched Will Dress for as long as I did until I realized we weren't getting his fight that season. We're finally getting him. Great. Perfect. Big ass dragon thing. I love this thing. It looks amazing because I love dragon trees. I really hope it's called Yuature so I can relive Yu-Gi-Oh moments. But it looks cool. And I'm starting to think maybe these just have something to do with it, but my thing is though, these are set 8 cards. But I'm assuming like whatever the fuck this thing is, it has something to do with these, or like the new supposed invasion units that we have are gonna, you know, that you see in the trailer, are gonna have something to do with these too. Otherwise I see absolutely no purpose of these being generic nation cards that just search out each other for no apparent reason. So I really hope these cards, because they all look cool to me, end up tying in with this good god-looking motherfucker, but all I'm gonna say is this: I am hyped for this set now. Like, I wasn't caring about anything else from that set. Now I have reason to care because you're involved. And then we have Tier Knight Eliante, our first official card from set 9. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, AK base, act rearguard once per turn if you have Vanguard Flagbearer in its card name. Cool to know Flagbearer is getting a double rare. Literally the first card revealed from set 9 was a Flagbearer double rare. Counterblast 1, discard 1, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less card from your drop zone, call it to rearguard, and it gets plus 5. Okay, first up you have to call. I don't know why I said up to, but cool. So Flagberg is accessible now. That 1 grade 3 that has the on swing skill, or like the SR battle phase skill, is accessible now. This honestly isn't bad, and it's a grade 1 too. I was about to say this was a grade 2. I would prefer it to be a grade 1, and I would say it's better. No, now that I know it's a grade 1, that's honestly amazing, because it also gives the unit 5k. I have no arguments in this in Flagberg. Like, Flagberg definitely, like, if I just cut that dragon right now, not Inlet, the other one, the deck's counterboss problem stays exactly the same, so cool. I am honestly tempted to drop Flagberg, or not drop Flagberg, drop that grade 3 for this. Is that my other issue though? It's just discard 1, so you still need 2 cards for this thing to be useful, herself and the other card in your hand. So I don't know. She's not bad. She's an axe skill, so that's the best thing about her. She doesn't have to be an auto. But I don't know. She's amazing. I'll give her that, but she just feels like she's lacking something. I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna say 3 up for now. Which I might take her up to 4 because she genuinely is good. I don't know, it just feels like something's missing from her. And then we have Galactic B hero Boldsaros. I forgot when I saw this that they changed the name from like whatever it was to B hero. It feels so fucking weird. I blame the dub for this. Or not the dub, but the localization team. Great Tunis 5k shield, 10k base. Cool ass art. It just, the name distracted me when I first saw it. Auto when it's discarded from your hand for the cost of your base. I'm sorry, did the base discard from the hand? Did it? Well, no. Wait. Yes? Question mark? I don't remember. I need to go watch my games with that deck because I don't remember if the base actually cost discard or not. I think it did. I don't fucking know now though. Counterblast 1, call this card to your rear guard and scout a card from your drop zone with B hero and its card name into your base. Okay, cool. So by discarding it, you counterblast 1 to call it, and then you put another card into your base. So that's a really good plus. Like, that's an amazing skill. And also, it's nice to know that we're getting base support. And I think we might even be getting another base 2 based off the trailer. And then continues rear guard during your turn. If you have 2 or more base in your order zone, he gets plus 10k power. So cool. 20k swing plus Dionysus 5k, so 25k swing just via playing the game alone. Possible plus Persona Ride, so 35k swing. And any other triggers. This thing's amazing. Like, adds numbers, is deadly as all hell, and is consistent with the deck's discarding quote-unquote mechanic. So I don't know why I said mechanic. There's not a fucking mechanic. But hey, it's still good. Downside is it has to be specifically for bases, so you can't just drop it for ride deck, but hey, it's still good. So for a Vanity hero deck, just because he's a good grade 2 that gets numbers and can get set up for next turn. Then we have Stalwart Lance Dragon, grade 3 to 9 persona, 13k base. On the rear, when he swings, when his attack hits a grade 3 or greater vanguard, you get to choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards and murder them. Okay. You know, the thoughts there. He's a good grade 2-3. I like him for what he does because he's an on-hit kill too. But the Dark States did this better with the Soul Blast 2 kill unit. What they could have done is just made a Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, kill 2 units, and that arguably would have been better. But, you know, they did what they did, and I don't fucking agree with it, but I don't disagree with it either. So, you know, maybe if you choose to run this in Eugene, put it at a 2 of, but I wouldn't run this in Eugene. And then the next unit we have is Free Source Yuature, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Honestly, looks pretty amazing for a Dark States unit. Auto when she's put from your soul into your when she's put into your soul from your rear guard by combosting when you can add her to hand. Okay, you know, it's not bad. Definitely works well with Barrow, but and any other deck that sends stuff to soul. My issue is, you know, this should have been on a PG, which brings me to another thing that I've kind of been preaching about in my deck profiles, where I wish they brought back a lot of the G things, where, like, you know how grade 1, or like how starters have their own unique skill, and how like PGs in the later half of G have their own unique skill. Yeah, this should have been a PG, but like a hard once per turn, and a single hard once per turn. Granted, that would be broken though, and like, I guess, well, the deck that can soul charge from drop. I don't remember which one can do it, but I know one can. But, well, actually, no, because it would be on rear guard, so actually it wouldn't be that bad. They really should have made this a PG skill, but whatever. It's how it is. It's not bad, but, you know, every time I look at this, I'll now be disappointed that it could have been what PGs were, so 2 of, I guess, if you choose to run this for nostalgia.
Let's get the last reviews out of the way. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit deeper, or not deeper, but a little bit more sick because I'm genuinely sick right now and I'm waking up at 2 in the morning to do this. So we have our last few reviews today. There are a lot of bashing cards, and we have some stuff for the premium set. So for the record, or not the premium set, the premium Messiah deck. So if you want, for the record, if you wanted to pre-order the premium version of it, go ahead and pre-order it now because because Friday's the last day to pre-order. So anyways, let's get on to our final cards. First up, we have Knight of Heavenly Signs, Wefliese, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto when he's put on guard circle. If you have any Vanguard with Bastion, its card name, choose any number of your grade 3 rear guards or greater, move them to guard circle, and all the moved units get plus 5k shield on the battle. Okay, good, you know. Being able to move your cards to guard circle is great, because that means that worst case scenario you can do an all-out defensive tactic, which, you know, is great. My issue is I don't think Bastion has the capabilities to pull a board back like that, so essentially if your opponent survives your big turn, you could effectively guard their next turn, but at the same time you're losing out on the ability to possibly kill them next turn because you're giving up most of your units here, so I don't hate this card, but I don't like it either. If it was a grade 3, I'd be more inclined to use it, but, you know, it's fine as it is, so I'm giving it like a 2 of for now if you choose to run this in Bastion, or if it's really good, I suggest a 4 of them, but me personally, I don't think it's going to be, like, that great for Bastion, because I really only see it as if they survive your big turn, do this, and Bastion, to my knowledge, can't pull out a board out of fucking nowhere unless they get really lucky. Then we have Decisive Heavenly Axe Delibere, grade 3 turn persona 13k base, auto rear when this attack hits or the attack hit, boosted hits a Vanguard, look at top 7, choose up to 1 card with Bastion's card name from on them, reveal, put it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. If you vote a card, add, and this unit's in the back, or retire it. Okay, so I do like this thing has boost pressure, so you know now any attack can have an on-hit ability, which is great, and not to mention that he can be the one attacking and it'll still go off, and the only downside is him being in the back row, and if his attack hits, you check the top 7 for any Bastion. What I've learned from Bushy is top 7 for certain decks are either really good or really bad. I think Bastion's going to be one of those decks that it's really good for, and think about this as any Bastion. It doesn't specify Bastion Prime or Apex Ruler, so you can get the grade 4, you can get a Persona Ride, or if they make a new Bastion, which I doubt they will, or any other new card with Bastion its card name, doesn't have to be a Bastion unit, it can be an order, this can search it. All around, I like Delibere a lot. Bastion is still turning into Nirvana, where there's a bunch of good cards you want to run, and you're not having the space for it, so now I have to start doing what I did with Arenas and then start running everything at 2-ofs, because that's the only way I can run everything that I want to run. So Delibere, my boy, I love you, but I hate you because you're making me fucking change my deck again for like the 50th times. Screw you, but I hope your on-hit ability comes in useful because you search a Persona Rides in grade 4s. Then we have Brave on Sky Trimmer, Rondahlia, grade 3 Trimmer, Persona 13k base. This card is interesting to say the least. So active rearguard, if you have Vanguard Bastion's card name, put this unit to soul, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets continuous Vanguard. All your grade 3 rearguards get boost for the turn. Okay. So I like this more than Darkstream, because I've made my clear why I don't like Darkstream. Like, having to constantly Soul Blast 2, in my opinion, isn't fun, especially when one of my favorite units to use is Spar Array, and he's Soul Blast 2, and I also like to spam Ultimate, so I'm already like Soul Blasting 3 each turn, and I don't really like running Darkstream for that skill, which is why I like Pride to Protect, because it continuously gave me boost. Now, do I think Pride to Protect is better overall? No, because I agree, like, Pride to Protect is probably for those better stall matchups, but again, I just don't like Darkstrain that much. So like having this as an option is great to me because now it goes to Soul. It's a unit just like Darkstrain, so worst case scenario you can call it unlike Pride to Protect, and you still get boost to all your grade 3 rear guards. My other issue is that, you know, she disappears. So unlike Darkstrain, whose boost can be given as long as you have 2 Soul, and unlike Pride to Protect, where once you play it, its boost is continuous, I don't really know. So I'm going to try her out with my new build, and we'll see what happens here. And then how this goes, act Soul by putting her to drop zone, choose one of your grade 3 rear guards, gets boost for the turn. You see, that's why I want to run her, because the thing is, I know for the cases where I might use this deck, my board might get wiped and I might only have one actual booster. So running Pride to Protect or Darkstrain just to get the Soul Blast 2, or like the discard one just to get 1 to boost, sorry, like I said, I'm really sick, is like really good to me. So I don't know, I'm really tempted to give Rondahlia a try, so I'll tell you guys how the testing goes, but I have really high faith for her because I'm getting tired of Pride to Protect and I don't really like Darkstrain that much. So hopefully she turns out really good because I want to see it work out. So 3 or 4 of. And that's it for the reveals today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Overall, we got a nice amount of reveals. I now have hope for a new Bastion based off of this thing alone. Maybe it'll just be dropped in set 10 and we won't know about it till set 10 comes around. Either way, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us, Discord, follow the Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to sign up your Vanguards.